Prince Philip, funeral to take place on the 17th of April 2021. The Duke of Edinburgh's funeral will take place next Saturday, at 15 o'clock BST at St George's Chapel, in Windsor, Buckingham Palace has announced. The arrangements, which will celebrate and reflect the life of service, have been adapted in light of the coronavirus pandemic. The Duke of Sussex will fly in from his home in the US to join other members of the royal family at the ceremony. Earlier, royal gun salutes across the UK and at sea marked the Duke's death. There will be 8 days of national mourning ahead of the funeral, which will be a ceremonial royal funeral, not a state funeral. Prince Philip will also not lie in state, where members of the public would have been able to view his coffin. A spokesman for the palace said, "Whilst this is a time of sadness and mourning, the coming days will be an opportunity to celebrate a remarkable life." Members of the royal family have visited the Queen at Windsor Castle following the Duke's death on Friday. The Countess of Wessex said that the Queen has been amazing, as she left the castle with the Earl of Wessex on Saturday. The Duke of York also visited on Saturday, while the Prince of Wales travelled there on Friday afternoon. On the day of the funeral, Prince Philip's coffin will be moved a short distance to St George's Chapel for the service. Members of the royal family, including the Prince of Wales, will walk behind the coffin, and the Queen will travel separately to the chapel. After the service, the Duke will be interred in the royal vault of the chapel. Members of the public have been asked not to attend any of the funeral events, in line with public health advice, and the royal family has asked people not to leave flowers and tributes at royal residences. On the royal family website, members of the public are asked to consider making a donation to a charity instead of leaving floral tributes in memory of the Duke. An online book of condolence is also available for the public to post their personal tributes. All UK government buildings have been told to fly official flags at half-mast in tribute to the Duke until 8 o'clock on the day after the Duke's funeral. Under earlier arrangements for the days after the Duke's death, codenamed Forth Bridge, thousands of people would have been expected to gather in London and Windsor, with some even camping out to get a vantage point to watch the military procession. Hundreds of members of the armed forces would also have lined the streets in honour of the Duke, alongside thousands of police officers to keep control of the crowds. But since the pandemic began, organisers have been working on contingency plans which would avoid attracting mass gatherings in the event that the Duke died. Announcing the Duke's death on Friday, Buckingham Palace said, "It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband. The royal family join with people around the world in mourning his loss." In tribute to the Duke, saluting batteries fired 41 rounds on Saturday in cities including London, Edinburgh and Cardiff, and at Hillsborough Castle in County Down. Guns were also fired in Gibraltar. Royal Navy ships at sea, including HMS Diamond and HMS Montrose, also fired the salute in honour of the Duke, who served as a naval officer during World War II, and held the office of Lord High Admiral. A 2-minute silence was held ahead of the Grand National at Aintree Racecourse in memory of the Duke, who was an honorary member of the Jockey Club.
Thanks for watching Universal Information and Entertainment TV. Please like and subscribe our channel for more updated videos, news, information and entertainment. See you in next video. Stay tuned.